All right, what is up, everyone? It is Evan Trades. Welcome back. This is a trade recap I took today. Today is February 13th, 2025, and I'm going to be going over a quick trade recap of the trade I took today. This was the main winning one I took, and I'm going to be going over the one loss and then the one I took off in profit over here, and then we going over the main one that made me profit today. End up on a win. So I'm going to be explaining my thought process, why I took the trade, and how these days are actually beneficial. So take off that because that's annoying. I take off all this stuff. All right, so we're gonna start the day off. What's the day? Uh, right before our market opened. So this is what the 4 hour was kind of looking like, and the going into open. Price was kind of consolidating this area. We have these kind of relative equal highs right here. This high stood out to me. This is the external high out of this market maker buy model right here. So I was bullish. We were respecting bullish order flow, right? Holding bullish PD arrays. So I was initially bullish. I wanted to see this external level get hit probably today. So going down to the 1 hour, going down to the 1 hour, I saw price retraced. We swept sell side right here. We retraced back up, and then at the same time, ES. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. ES was really close to taking this high. And the reason I was focused on this high was because it was Asia high, right? So I was kind of maybe expecting, even though I was bullish, I was in kind of expecting to see if there's an SMT created to maybe see lower to data lows from CPI, or not CPI, PPI, which I believe was today. So price opened up 9:30. We had an SMT. We got this super big wick down, and to be honest, based off this reaction, SMT at Asia high, I honestly was convinced at least we would go to the data lows from 8:30. So I zoomed in to the 1 minute, and then I waited for a retracement because we had this huge change in the state, right? Huge change in the state right here. And we ran through all of these, bullish PD arrays, right? That should tell us something when we're invalidating the opposite PD arrays, that should tell us something in order flow, right? So I wanted to at least, for a potential short setup, I wanted to at least see a retracement back to equilibrium and a tap into this bearish fair value gap to then take a stab short. So the thing with this trade is, and here's data lows, what I would target, would be my initial target. So we retrace back to equilibrium of this range, and we were also in this fair value gap as well, and sell side swept. So I was kind of both bullish and bearish at the same time. So I trusted within the higher time frame SMT because it holds power. So I waited for a tap at this 1 minute, and then I entered right here, and then I targeted data lows. And we got a nice reaction off it first, but then I started seeing it trickling back up, kind of like that, and then I took it off, like somewhere right here. So it was a little bit of profit, but I didn't like the way it was. Did not like the way it was playing out for me, because I figured once we ran this bearish for belly gap, I just got it out of the position. So that was my first trade. And then I was letting the market show me what it wanted to do, right? I'm just waiting. We're in the macro. I initially wanted to try to get a tap at this order block right here. Right? We did not get anything, or a retracement to some fair value gap. Price shot up to this internal high. So I was honestly expecting price to just hit this and then I would be done for the day. But that was not the case, actually. So I actually saw this. I saw this change in the state and this invalidation of this bullish fair value gap. And I think I took like a quick short. I think like right here. I took another stab short, targeting all the way to these data lows. And then I tightened my stop after it went lower, like around here, to like I think right above the this order block or this change in the state, and then it got stopped out for like a very small amount, basically break even, but still a loss. And then I was like, you know what? Because as a trader, whenever you have kind of two trades that happen like that, where you have a very kind of partial win, but kind of break even, and then you have this second trade where you have a small loss, but you still are confident in the draw. You have to just step back and step back, take everything off your chart, and just reanalyze. Like what's happening? Okay, what's price showing me, right? And remember, all these trades I took, because they were the opposite bias of my higher time frame, I lowered my size by like 50%, 60%. So, which is really good, which saved me from losing a lot, because that's how we need to be as traders. We need to, if it's opposite, if we're taking opposite trades, if we're bullish on the higher time frame and we're taking bearish setups, the least you could do is de-risk and have really good risk management. So what's one thing I was really happy about that I did. So this was like a very small loss. So then I stepped back. I realized, I was like, okay, macro's about to end. We're respecting this bullish 5-minute fair value gap. We still haven't took this external high, which is my higher time frame bias, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm pretty confident that we are. Also this too. This IFVG tapped right into it as well. But I was very confident that this was just a retracement back to OTE and equilibrium to then go higher, because it's one of the 4 reasons why markets move. So once I realized that, I was like, okay, now I just need to find the internal setup, because I'm confident that we're going to go to these high, because market is already doing what it needed to do. So I waited for a setup. I think I waited on the 1 minute right here. I waited for an invalidation of this. We got the invalidation of the 1 minute fair value gap, so I'm just gonna mark this out. IFVG. And I was like, okay. Once we invalidate this, I zoomed into the 15-second, waited for a little retracement, and then boom, right after this waked up right here, I entered. I put my stop, I think below this IFVG, like a close below, and then I targeted the external high for like a 2.71 RR, and then price just rallied up to my TP. And what makes this win so significant is, since it aligned with my higher time frame bias, I was able to size up more and capitalize on the win, which ate up all the the loss that I took earlier. So being able to recognize when to size up and when to size down, and that is crucial to whenever you have multiple trades and taking back those profits. So my lesson learned today is basically um, just always remember the higher time frame bias. I mean, you could be the most skilled trader out there, right? But you could still make mistakes. The best in the world still make mistakes. So this is definitely something I wrote in my journal, and it's an experience you learn from, and it's part of growing in the journey as a trader on the way to success. So, but I'm happy about today. I did it very well. I risked my money very, very well, and we executed very nicely. So, the only thing I would say though that wasn't A plus about it is there was no SMT really or a significant change in the stated delivery. Um, there was a change in the stated delivery right here, but I had already entered. I was already confident enough that we were going to go higher. I mean, considering this external high hasn't got touched yet and ES hadn't either. So, but if I were to wait for a change in the state, it would have been right here exactly. And of course, it would have tapped it and then gone higher. But I was confident enough, so I just took it as is. Those were the trades I took today. That was a learning experience I had. I just wanted to go over that real quick with you guys. Um, I should be posting my SMT video right after this one, so be sure to check that out if you're still new to SMTs. It'll be very helpful for you guys. So if you guys have any questions about this trade or the SMT or anything, please drop a like and a comment and drop a sub. And yeah, I will respond to any questions you guys have. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.